All day I faced a barren waste without the taste of water, cool water. Old Dan and I, with throats burned dry and souls that cry for water, cool, clear water. Keep a-moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's the devil, not a man, and he spread the burning sand with water. Dan, can you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for me and you? The nights are cool and I'm a pool, each star's a pool of water, cool water. But with the dawn I'll wake and yawn and carry on to water, cool, clear water. Keep a-moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's the devil, not a man, and he spread the burning sand with water. Dan, can you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for me and you? The shadows sway and seem to say, tonight we pray for water, cool water. And way up there he'll hear our prayer and show us where there's water, cool, clear water. Keep a-moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's the devil, not a man, and he spread the burning sand with water. Dan, can you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for me and you? Dan's feet are sore, he's yearning for just one thing more than water, cool water. Like me, I guess he'd like to rest where there's no quest for water, cool, clear water.
Roly-poly, eating corn and taters, hungry every minute of the day. Roly-poly, gnawing on a biscuit, long as he can chew it, it's okay. He can eat an apple pie and never even bat an eye. He likes everything from soup to hay. Roly-poly, Daddy's little fatty, bet he's gonna be a man someday. Scrambled eggs for breakfast, bread and jelly 20 times a day.
Oh, no.
Roly-poly eats a hearty dinner. It takes lots of strength to run and play.
Yes, yes.
Pulls up weeds and does the chores, and he runs both ways to all the stores. He works up an appetite that way. Oh, roly-poly, little fatty. Bet he's gonna be a man someday.
An old cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw, a-plowing through the ragged skies and up a cloudy draw. The ghost herd in the sky. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard and he heard their mournful cry. Ghost riders in the sky. Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, and shirts all soaked with sweat. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught 'em yet, 'cause they've got to ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire as they ride on, hear their cry. Yippee-yi-oh. Loped on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell a-riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride, a-trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-yi-yi. In the sky.
See them tumbling down, pledging their love to the ground. Lonely but free I'll be found, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds. Cares of the past are behind, nowhere to go but I'll find just where the trail will wind, drifting along with a tumbling tumbleweed. I know when night has gone that a new world's born at dawn. I'll keep rolling along. Deep in my heart is a song. Here on the range I belong, drifting along with a tumbling tumbleweed. night has gone, that a new world's born at dawn. I'll keep rolling along. Deep in my heart is a song. Here on the range I belong, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweed.
Pecos Bill was quite a cowboy down in Texas, and the Western Superman, to say the least. He was the roughest, toughest critter, never known to be a quitter, 'cause he never had no fear of man or beast. So yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh, for the toughest critter west of the Alamo. Once he roped the raging cyclone out of nowhere, then he straddled it and settled down with ease. And while that cyclone bucked and flitted, Pecos rolled a smoke and lit it, and he tamed that ornery wind down to a breeze. So yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh. Once there was a drought that spread all over Texas, so to sunny California he did go. And though the gag is kinda corny, he brought rain from California. That's the way we got the Gulf of Mexico. So yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh, for the toughest critter west of the Alamo.
Now once a band of rustlers stole a herd of cattle, but they didn't know the herd they stole was Bill's. And when he caught them crooked villains, Pecos knocked out all their fillings. That's the reason why there's gold in them there hills.
So yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh, for the toughest critter west of the Alamo. Oh, Pecos lost his way while traveling on the desert. It was 90 miles across the burning sand. He knew he'd never reach the border if he didn't get some water. So he got a stick and dug the Rio Grande. While a tribe of painted Indians did a war dance, Pecos started shooting up their little game. He gave them redskins such a shake-up that they jumped out of their makeup. That's the way the painted desert got its name. So yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh, for the toughest critter west of the Alamo. While reclining on a cloud high over Texas, with his guns he made the stars evaporate. Then Pecos saw them stars declining, so he left one brightly shining as the emblem of the Lone Star Texas State. So yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh, as the emblem of the Lone Star Texas State. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. How often at night, when the heavens are bright with the light from the glittering stars, have I stood there amazed and asked as I gazed if their glory exceeds that of ours. Home, home on the range,
deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day.
The red man was pressed from this part of the West. 'Tis unlikely he'll ever return to the banks of Red River, where seldom, if ever, their flickering campfires burn.
Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day.
Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu, but remember the Red River Valley and the cowboy that loves you so true. From this valley they say you are leaving. We will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile, for they say you are taking the sunshine that's brightened our pathway a while. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu, but remember the Red River Valley and the cowboy that loves you so true.
The cattle are prowling, the coyotes are howling, out where the dog is barred, where spurs are a-jingling, a cowboy is singing this lonesome cattle call. When the new day is dawning, he wakes up a-yawning, drinking his coffee strong, makes his bed in a row, down the trail he will go, starting the day with this song. He rides in the sun till his day's work is done, as he rounds up the cattle each fall. Many hours he will ride on the range far and wide, when the night wind blows up a squall. His heart's like a feather in all kinds of weather. He sings this cattle call. Singing his cattle call.
Cigarettes and whiskey and wild women, they'll drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild women, they'll drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane. Al and we went on a spree. She started me smoking and drinking whiskey. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild women, they'll drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild women, they'll drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane. Now I am feeble and broken with age. The lines on my face make a well-written page.
I'm they'll drive you insane. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild women, they'll drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane. Right on the cross at the head of my grave, for women and whiskey, here lies a poor slave. Take warning, dear stranger, take warning, dear friend, then write in big letters these words at the end. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild women, they'll drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild women, they'll drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane.
There's a yellow rose in Texas I'm going there to see. No other fella knows her, nobody, only me. She cried so when I left her, it like to broke my heart. And if we ever meet again, we never more shall part. She's the sweetest rose of color a cowboy ever knew. Her eyes are bright as diamonds, they sparkle like the dew. You may talk about your dearest maids and sing of Rosalie, but the yellow rose of Texas beats the bells of Tennessee. Where the Rio Grande is flowing and the stars are shining bright, we walked along the river on a quiet summer night. She said, if you remember, we parted long ago. You promised to come back again and never let me go. She's the sweetest rose of color a cowboy ever knew. Her eyes are bright as diamonds, they sparkle like the dew. You may talk about your dearest maids and sing of Rosalie, but the yellow rose of Texas beats the bells of Tennessee. I'm going back to find her, my heart is full of woe. We'll sing the songs together we sang so long ago. I'll pick the banjo gaily and sing the song of yore. And the yellow rose of Texas, she'll be mine forevermore. She's the sweetest rose of color a cowboy ever knew. Her eyes are bright as diamonds, they sparkle like the dew. You may talk about your dearest maids and sing of Rosalie, but the yellow rose of Texas beats the bells of Tennessee.
Cheyenne, Cheyenne, where will you be camping tonight? Lonely man, Cheyenne, will your heart stay free and light? Dream, Cheyenne, of a girl you may never love. Move along, Cheyenne, like the restless clouds up above. The wind that blows and comes and goes has been your only home. But will the wild wind one day cease and you no longer roam? Move along, Cheyenne, next pasture's always so green. Drifting on, Cheyenne, don't forget the things you have seen. And when you settle down, where will it be? Cheyenne, move along, Cheyenne, drifting on, Cheyenne, and when you settle down, where will it be? Cheyenne,
As I was out walking one morning for pleasure, I spied a cowpuncher riding alone. His hat was thrown back and his spurs were jingling, and as he approached he was singing this song. Whoopie-tie-I-O, get along, you little doggies, it's your misfortune and none of my own. Whoopie-tie-I-O, get along, you little doggies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home. It's early in the spring when we round up the doggies. We mark them and brand them and bob off their tails. Round up the horses, load up the chuck wagon, then throw the doggies out on the long trail. Whoopie-tie-I-O, get along, you little doggies, it's your misfortune and none of my own. Whoopie-tie-I-O, get along, you little doggies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home. Your mother was raised away down in Texas, where the ginseng weed and the sandbird grow. We'll fill you up on prickly pear choya till you are ready for Idaho. Whoopie-tie-I-O, get along, you little doggies, it's your misfortune and none of my own. Whoopie-tie-I-O, get along, you little doggies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home.
I saw the harbor lights, they only told me we were parting. The same old harbor lights that once brought you to me. I watched the harbor lights. How could I help it? Tears were starting. Goodbye to tender nights beside the silvery sea. I long to hold you, dear, and kiss you just once more. But you were on the ship, and I was on the shore. Now I know lonely nights, though all the while my heart is whispering some other harbor lights will steal your love from me. I long to hold you, dear, and kiss you just once more. But you were on the ship, and I was on the shore. Now I know lonely nights, though all the while my heart is whispering some other harbor lights will steal your love from me.
Davy Crockett,
I'm king of the wild frontier.
born on a mountaintop in Tennessee, green estate in the land of the free, raised in the woods so he knew every tree, killed him a bar when he was only 3. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
I'm the king of the wild frontier.
In 1813 the creeks uprose, adding redskin arrows to the country's woes. Injun fighting is something he knows, so he shoulders his rifle and there he goes. Davy Crockett, the man who don't know fear.
I'm the man who don't know fear.
He fought single-handed through the Injun War till the creeks were whipped and the peace in store. And while he was handling the risky chore, he made himself a legend forevermore. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
I'm the king of the wild frontier.
Went off to Congress and served a spell, fixing up the government and laws as well. Took over Washington, so I've heard tell, and patched up the crack in the Liberty Bell. Davy Crockett, seeing his duty clear.
I'm seeing my duty clear.
He done what he could and he made a dent in the problems facing the government. But his biggest chore and main intent was keeping his eyes on the president. Davy Crockett, serving his country well.
I'm serving my country well.
When he came home, his politicking done, the Western March had just begun. So he packed his gear and his trusty gun and lit out a grinning to follow the sun. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
I'm the king of the wild frontier.
South of the border, down Mexico way,
Down Mexico way,
That's where I fell in love when stars above came out to play. And now as I wonder, my thoughts ever stray south of the border, down Mexico way. Down Mexico way. She was a picture in old Spanish lace. Just for a tender while I kissed the smile upon her face, for it was fiesta, and we were so gay, south of the border, down Mexico way. Down Mexico way. Then she sighed as she whispered mañana, never dreaming that we were parting. And I lied as I whispered mañana, for our tomorrow never came. South of the border, I rode back one day. There in a veil of white by candlelight, she knelt to pray. The mission bells told me that I mustn't stay south of the border, down Mexico way. Down Mexico way.
Where do cowboys go when they die? Is there a place in the sweet by and by where the water is clean and the grass grows green and there ain't a cloud in the sky?
What is reincarnation? A cowboy asked his friend.
His friend replied, well, son, it happens when your life has reached its end. You see, they comb your hair and they wash your neck and they clean your fingernails, and they lay you down in a padded box far away from life's travails. Now the box in you goes in a hole that's been dug into the ground, and reincarnation starts in when you're planted beneath the mound. You see, the box melts down just like the clods, and you is inside. And then you're just beginning on your transformation ride. Is there a place in the sweet by and by where do cowboys go when they die? Well, in a while some rain's gonna come and fall upon the ground, till one day on your lonely little grave a little flower will be found. And say a horse should wander by and graze upon this flower that once was you, but now's become a vegetative bower. Well, that little flower that the horse done ate up with all his other feed becomes bone and fat and muscle, essential to the steed. Of course, some is consumed that he can't use, and so it passes through and finally it lays there on the ground, this thing that once was you. And then say that I should wander by, gaze upon the ground, and wonder and ponder on this object that I found. Well, it sure makes me think of reincarnation, of life and death and such. And I ride away concluding, Slim, you ain't changed all that much. Where do cowboys go when they die? Is there a place in the sweet by and by?